We have been defending ourselves against the killings and enslavement from our own people of Nigeria, and now riggings from Inec. But it has awakened the sleeping beast. It has put the weapons of this war into the hands of the young and therefore the powerful. Young men and women, we would not wait to inherit any bad luck. We would not wait for them to bring it to us. We are going to take what is rightfully ours. We are going to take it from them. Seize it. All of you that has never been listening to and have seen your family being killed, you now have something that stands for you. You now have something that stands for you. And this is your defense.
Conscious Nigerian people, ever-ready Nigerian people, those who are not tired to fight for the cause of justice, those who are standing on equity and truth. Listen. You know, before we have been saying Inec is holy. It's not Inec that is holy, it's Mahmoud that is holy. Just like, look at him. See him here. See him here. See the criminal. He need to be arrested now. Okay. He need to be arrested. He need to be arrested. You know, there was a time when President Muhammadu Buhari left this country for how many months? 100 days. You know we forget very well in this country. 100 days. He left for 100 days. 100 days. So it's important for us to understand our constitution. Standing here today, there is no, we are representation of all parties. Yes. Because some people who have been lying about us. Yes. We are not here because of P2B. No. We are not here because of Atiku. No. We are not here because of no. If you look at here, you see different parties here. Yes. We are Nigerians here. Yes. Are we Nigerians here? Yes. Are we at the line? No. Are we at the line? No. This man came out because he went out to say, where is he? That is the power of coming out like this. So he lied that he didn't travel. He traveled and came back. We have the evidence. Yes. This one. This is the greatest criminal in Africa. Yes. He's still our Inec. He's still our Go down. No boy. The electoral law that says that our vote will be transferred. You know what he said? It's just like red means what? A traffic light. Stop. Mahmoud say red means to go. So it's a fraud because he has destroyed our electoral laws. This one. He said that Mahmoud is right, that Inec, even though the Nigerian law says that you have to transfer votes, that it is Mahmoud that will decide how to transfer votes. Listen. Let me explain that to you. That is why I said our institution is not what is bad. It is the person. Yeah. What this man is saying is that if Mahmoud feels whatever he feels, he can do. That is why you see in this country, some pastors are useless while some pastors are good. Some imams are useless while some imams are good. Some people are useless and some people are good. That's why we say we are not going to do generalization again. If somebody does something, if Shehu kills Emeka, we will not say Fulani kills Emeka. Is somebody hearing me? Yes. If Tunde kills Tony, we will not say Yoruba kills Igbo or another language. Are you hearing me? Yes. Because we are educated people. Yes. We understand what we are supposed to do. Yes. We are teaching people stuff. That is why the people that today, because this is the 7th day, we have been meeting the Unity Council, right?
Yes.
They decided that they labeled us.
Yes.
And we are not standing for anybody. We're not for anybody, we are for everybody.
Yes.
Anybody that is standing on truth, we are for him.
Yes.
Anybody that is standing on the constitution of Nigeria, we are for him.
Yes.
And so therefore today, the first thing we are saying, among other things, is that let President Muhammadu Buhari, and we're telling the Canadian people because they have been friendly, they've been checking, and we want to say to you, the same way they said that there is irregularities in our election. We thank you for saying that. But you must go beyond that. All these people that are going to hide in Canada, we have come to tell you to sanction them, cancel their visa. To sanction them, cancel their visa. You don't let them go. Report them.
Yes.
All these people that are going to hide in Canada, we have come to tell you to sanction them, cancel their visa. You don't let them go. Report them.
Yes. Let's go. Yes.
Bring them back to Nigeria.
Yes.
We want them to be prosecuted and jailed in Nigeria.
Yes.
We will not give them the opportunity to be jailed like that was that went to be jailed in this area. We don't want who is that Yahweh over again? That one. Hush puppy. Or Ekweremadu. We prepare Nigerian prison for them. Yes. We prepare Nigerian prison for them.
Ourselves against the killings and enslavement from our own people of Nigeria, and now riggings from Inec. But it has awakened the sleeping beast. It has put the weapons of this war into the hands of the young and therefore the powerful. Young men and women who would not wait to inherit any bad luck. We would not wait for them to bring it to us. Mama! We are going to take what is rightfully ours.
Yes, Mom!
We are going to take it from them.
Yes, Mom!
Seize it.
Yes, Mom!
All of you that has never been listening to and have seen your family being killed, you now have something that stands for you. You now have something that stands for you. And this is your defense.
Holding placards that said, "Stop the conspiracy against our people." Inec should revoke the proclamation instantly, and our votes must count, one of the protesting women said.
Our concern is with the Inec. They that have announced the election, we want them to revise back and give us back our mandate. Let them give to whom have won the election. Leadership comes from God. He gives to whom he wants and at the time he wants. And whoever is making an attempt to deprive the destiny of any other person, God will. This is what he has done. Let the right thing be done. We will not leave him. We will continue to pray that God should touch his heart. If he was given anything to cause confusion confusion will be his portion. That is our cry.
And during this election, you, the people of Nigeria, have a chance to make your voices heard, to choose your future.
The United States does not support any individual candidate for office.
But we strongly support a peaceful election
that reflects the will of the people of Nigeria.
Because free and fair elections in Nigeria help create a freer and fairer world for everyone.
Your vote matters.
For elections to be credible, they must be free, fair, and peaceful. All Nigerians must be able to cast their votes without intimidation or fear. So I call on all leaders and candidates to make it clear to their supporters that violence has no place in democratic elections.
Commissioner, welcome again to Dateline Abuja.
Thank you very much. It's a great pleasure to be here.
So with everything that's happening right now, especially with the court cases and questions about the beavers and the postponement of the governorship, when we heard the announcement that the governorship and state assembly elections had been postponed, what did you make of it? Some people said this was the right way to go because there's so many things that needed to be sorted out before that election. What were your thoughts on that?
Well, so just before sort of stepping back a bit and maybe looking at the lessons from the presidential overall, I think on the positive side, the BVAS itself worked very well. We had a very good briefing from IAGA, who are civil society partners who monitor the election, and they were encouraged that the BVAS worked, if not with at least with not fingerprint, with the eye sort of accreditation. So that's been positive. There was disappointment over the late opening of the polling units. Still, the logistics seem to floor everybody this time. And also this problem with people not necessarily finding their correct polling units, having been reassigned. So there were definitely quite a lot of logistical problems. And then the third big issue, obviously, we're all familiar with the IREV, what went wrong, why didn't the big expectation everyone had to have full transparency so people could log on and see the results coming in. Clearly didn't happen. There's an investigation going on to understand what went wrong with that. In terms of where we are now and the announcement that came out yesterday for the postponement, as you know, the court case was lodged by the opposition parties asking to examine all the material on the BVAS. Inec then put in a counter sort of legal challenge to say we actually need time to prepare the BVAS for the gubernatorials. And where we are now, and I just read the Inec statement last night, is that they set out their reasoning for that. They have no problem with the opposition examining the material. It will all be uploaded and available. But they simply do not have time. The court case ruling came too late for them to reconfigure the BVAS. So personally, I think that's the right decision. I think it would have been a mistake to go ahead if they're not prepared. We can't afford to have another election not fulfilling people's expectations. So although it's a huge disappointment, there's a delay, and it's a challenge for all of us. We had our teams ready to go into the field, some already pre-positioned. I think it's better to be prepared and go through with the delay, would be my assessment. The BVAS, obviously, you cannot vote until you're actually accredited, sort of biometrically, whereas in the past, frankly, that would have been easier. So it may be that the numbers were inflated before, so we need to look at that.
One is the intermediary. That server is basically
you said they have 3 sites. I'm trying to understand.
3 servers.
Okay, 3 servers, okay.
Yeah. The first one is where they host the website. The second one is where the beaver data is stored.
Okay.
The third one is the intermediary, is the link between when you collect data and you want to upload to the website.
Mm-hmm.
That's the third servers. Now, this is what happened. They switched off the 2 servers, the beaver server and the intermediary server. They switched it off. Now, once they switched it off, because because I thought they logged me out of the system because I was like, how great hacker that.
How did you know this though?
Because I can hack the system.
Okay.
I'm a software engineer. It's literally not that hard.
Okay.
So I thought that there was actually someone better than me, because initially, truth be told, APC came to me and told me, can I help them to like win the election on the beavers? And I told them I was not interested.
Okay.
So and I suspected they were going to get someone else. And there's one more person that I could suspect that like he's also on my level that could do it, but he told me that he's not interested. So like he didn't do it.
Okay.
So like I now thought that I thought they found someone else. So I was monitoring the servers out of due diligence.
Yes.
And I now realized for some reason I could not log in. And I thought that they locked me out, or by some miracle we had a very serious cybersecurity team, but that's not what happened. They switched off the server. You cannot connect to something that is offline. So when I found out they switched off the server, I now realized that okay, they switched off the server, but what is going on? Then I inspected the space. It turns out that the space is being consumed without any data being imputed online. So that means someone is manually imputing data.
Imputing the data, yeah.
Yeah. No, it's just like buying data, and you left your phone in the house and you have roommates and you have not touched the phone, but you just realize that your 16 gig has finished. So that means someone used it or MTN stole your data. That's literally what happened. That is literally how they rigged your elections.
How do we prove now? That they hacked into the system? They
did not hack anything. Like I said, Inec does not need to hack it when they have the logins to the servers. There's no point. It's just like saying you need to break into your house when you have the keys. This is literally what they did. If you want to, just ask them, I need the data bank logs for the servers, that they should provide it. And if it will basically give you a packet of data, if it will be empty, because if the packet of data does not match the amount of traffic that is meant to have via an election, that means it was rigged.
That is what is playing out currently in the case as we see it today. Inec is trying to get a court order that will be ruled on today to vary the ex parte hitherto given to the two political parties. The APC has also jumped in the fray. Technically speaking, one thing is certain. There is no how you touch the beavers as we speak today that will not alter what is on it. That's what experts say. There is no how. And the question is, do they even need to reconfigure in the first place? I know some people have made the arguments, oh, they reconfigure the card reader. But this is the beavers. Do they need to reconfigure? Isn't the outlay different? Thirdly, in all of this, we forget in a hurry what happened in Oshun. That the beavers machine itself is needed in all of this. So you must not touch what is on it, because the lawyers that got the first report for the beavers transfer report, that first requested the reports, got something entirely different from what the other lawyers that requested it got. The APC lawyers got something entirely different because the beavers had not finished uploading its results. And in that Osun Election Petition Tribunal, because that case is sort of going to be a locus classico as regards anything beavers, because that's the first case where you're going to test beavers in this country, in the law court. That case also showed that the lawyers, fortunately, Ikpeazu was on the side of Adeleke on that case, had to request the hard beavers itself to be able to inspect themselves, to be able to get more data sets. So when you go ahead and say you want to reconfigure it, then a lot of people start to look at you in a suspect manner. And that's why we should watch it in this country. I think we've talked about the blackmail. Nobody should even come and hoodwink us with the blackmail on anything. The conversation should be about the integrity of those items. And in the eyes of the law, those items are already called property. That's why INEC has to go to court to seek an injunction to vary those orders. And it also behoves on the judiciary as they go for this process. They should remember Nigerians are watching them. And Nigerians want justice and integrity. And most of the judges are leaving in a couple of months from now. What would they want to be remembered by? And only to think that Chatham House has already said, Inec didn't even abide by the process. It means we've gone to disgrace ourselves in Chatham House. We told them we're going to do something. They're not doing what we said we're going to do.
Now, the president, the chairman of the Inec came up and said there was an hitch, some hitch, that disrupted the electronic transfer of results. An hitch in a digital system? Absolutely shambolic and laughable. I thought, if I was not an engineer, I probably would buy into it. And I said to myself, I want to forgive him because Prof is an expert in history. The worst part of it, because I've asked this question before, who is the man in charge of the IT? Who is the man in charge of the IT? We have now discovered that he was, first of all, a commissioner in Lagos State, Commissioner of Science and Technology. His name is Femi Odubi. He is the man in charge of the IT of Inec. How did he become commissioner in Lagos? Who put him there? And then who put him in the Inec? Now, if Prof Yakubu had concluded that there was some hitch, why is that man still there? Look, we are toying with the future of this country. We are toying with the future of our own children. Somebody was there on the D-Day and the H hour. In the military, he would have been executed for such misbehavior. And now, you want to re-inspect the divas. The same man. We are doubting now, with all the figures and the ups and downs that are going on, is it defined? We told you that the man who is in charge of the IT was the fellow who worked under his government in Lagos. And that's the man who has pronounced that there was an itch, some ditch in the computer. Right. The man is still sitting down there. Let's wake up in this country, for God's sake.
If you're all seeing this, GRA Polo, GRA Ikulu Primary School, nobody's voting. The Beavers doesn't tally with the PVCs. This is done, I believe this is on purpose. For your information, Ikulu Primary School, all the Beavers equipment are not functioning. They don't tally with everybody's PVCs. This is robbery. Inec. It's a shame.
Inec, wait, una so say una dey use calculator. When I calculate this thing, one I put here from 2,270 to 2,850. How you take be 90,000? How you take be 90,000? Which calculator una dey use? Which calculator una dey use? Oh, Inec. How you take be 90,000? Which calculator una dey use? No be this thing they see here. No be this thing they see here. How you take be 90,000 again? Hey!
Okay, we are asking you questions here.
Yes. It got missing inside Inec office. Yes, sir.
Okay. And you say that your name is what?
I've explained to you. I've given my name. Proper and sir.
I say, what is your name?
From where? From where? I'm from Lebanon.
You're from Morocco. Okay, fine. That's very good. And you are the SPO for band 4, in charge of unit 1 to 12. And now you have lost the result sheet for both presidential, senate, and reps for those 12 units. Okay, now according to the orientation that you were actually given, what will happen to all the voters in those 12 units now?
They can't vote.
They cannot vote.
Even if they can vote, but no result.
How can you vote when there is no result?
Can you vote when there is no result?
Which means that, wait.
How can you vote when there is no result?
Now, what you are telling us is that by your own, either commission or omission, you have disenfranchised people in 12 units.
12 polling units. And 1/3 of an
it's not a matter
entire
of
ward.
being sorry.
1/3 of an entire ward. I'm sorry, sir.
So those people are not going to vote today, right?
I'm sorry, sir.
It's not a matter of sorry. Those people are not going to vote today. Is there any remedy to that?
Bari miki bici wajen. Ya number. Nasa. 6567 2152. Okay.
I'm Benibara Divine Le Adua. I'm the presiding officer of Unit 19. The election was conducted without results, and later they now bring a fake result for us to record the already result that we have gotten. So the only...
Where is the fake one? Open it and show. Open it very well. These are the fake one. Where is the original one?
The only original one is the presidential candidate.
Speak loud.
So, what do you say is your name?
I'm Benibara Le Adua.
Were you trained to upload results?
No, they said they will give us...
Were you trained to upload results?
But they don't give us...
You were trained by Inec to upload results?
Yes.
So what?
But they did not give us the link and the password. They say until they will come. And that's the time they will give us. And even when the RACTEC came to this polling unit, we asked him to give us the link and the password.
What unit is this?
Unit Ward 19.
Please, my people, make una listen to us. I am a presiding officer in my polling unit is 028. Here in Abia State, all the election we did today, the presidential results is not going.
No uploading.
And that was the first one we've been trying, but others are going. And we've been trying this for over 2 hours.
To upload it.
To upload it.
We have used different internet.
And I have used different internets to see if I can upload this, but it's not going.
Network.
It's not going at all.
Madam, do you say it's presidential is not going?
Yes.
So the beavers of presidential going is not presidential is not connected.
The beavers of the presidential, the result is not to upload the result is not going at all.
Okay.
But senatorial
and the House of Rep
is going. Yeah, it has been uploaded. But the presidential no go area. And if anybody in this our polling unit that is telling you is going, I will quote that person very
Those guys
wrong.
are doing it offline.
They are doing it
offline.
offline. So that you people can free them to go. It's not the way, please. I just say the truth. And the truth. Everything that these guys are doing.
If your house dey near any polling unit, abeg help us go check if Inec dey conduct election. I no trust those people. Before we go wake up on Monday, begin hear governorship results.